The true reason for the 90-day fiancé, the split of Rob Warne and Sophie Sierra. In their debut episode of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Sophie Sierra and Rob Warne disclosed that they had been apart for 2 months. 90-Day Fiancé, the end of happiness pair, the start of Sophie Sierra and Rob Warne's Season 8 adventure came as a shock when they disclosed that they had broken up a few months after being married. Rob, 33, from Kansas City, Missouri, and Sophie, 24, both from London, met on Instagram and thought each other was adorable. Sophie married Rob in 2022 because she believed he was the man she had been waiting for all along, and that this is it. The couple's trip to the altar was chronicled in Season 10 of 90-Day Fiancé. Sophie and Rob decided to start over soon after they were married. Rob and Sophie relocated to Austin, Texas, in order to start again. Their family grew. Rob and Sophie obtained 6 tarantulas as pets. But Sophie and Rob's arguments persisted shortly after they were married. Sophie made the decision to move out and live with Kay, a new closest friend in Austin. Following an Instagram page with biracial models, Sophie expressed interest in dating mixed-race men. She liked Rob right away after seeing his profile on the page. Rob said that he was accustomed to receiving attention from unidentified women on social media, but he was drawn to Sophie's profile. Rob and Sophie first communicated by direct message, then switched to FaceTime. Their initial conversation lasted for more than 8 hours. Rob and Sophie made the decision to start dating across distance. It dawned on Sophie that they were from different continents. Sophie said, "I know he was raised in a rough area, and I was raised in a nice area." Sophie acknowledged that Rob and her were very different from one another. Their similar childhood experiences, she believed, of dealing with prejudice and being teased at school while attempting to fit in, were what drew them together. Rob, on the other hand, never gave Sophie the impression that they were alike. He called Sophie a pampered and wealthy princess. When all Sophie needed was a cozy place to stay with a bathroom, Rob mistakenly believed she desired a life of luxury. Sophie eventually agreed to move into Rob's tiny studio flat. But she believed that a duvet was the very minimum that she needed. Sophie was accused by Rob of always requesting things. Sophie claimed that she had been trying for months to get Rob to move out, and that it was annoying for her that he was taking odd jobs in America. Rob was accused by Sophie of failing to act like a real man, despite having plenty of time to get a solid career and get out of his current predicament. Sophie found out Rob was cheating on her online. Before moving to the United States, Sophie was aware that Rob had cheated on her online. Nevertheless, she chose to give Rob another go. During COVID-19, Rob and Sophie went through a difficult period where they didn't talk for a time. Rob struck up a conversation with a woman he had met online. Sophie received a message from someone saying, "See what your boyfriend's been up to." Sophie discovered that Rob had emailed her explicit pictures of himself. Sophie, who had known Rob for nearly 3 years, felt she knew everything there was to know about him. "I was using this one app when I noticed that he was essentially receiving repulsive videos of other women asking for nudities." It turns out that Sophie was right when she dreamed that Rob was unfaithful to her. After looking through Rob's phone, Sophie discovered that Rob was receiving nude pictures from other women on Snapchat. Rob was talking to these women, asking for videos. Sophie said to the cameras, "It's cheating to have fun with a different partner." She even moved out of Rob's apartment for a short while before getting back together and saying he hadn't cheated. All of a sudden, Sophie stopped seeing online cheating as cheating. She claimed to always be aware of Rob's whereabouts. Rob's phone had been surreptitiously tracked by her, so she was aware of his precise location and how he came to know that he had never slept with another woman. Rob and Sophie clashed on the show over a number of other issues, including having kids, his engagement ring being the cheapest, Sophie's mother not being treated with respect, and Sophie's sexual orientation when she eventually came out to him as bisexual. Is Sophie a bisexual, sleeping with Rob's friend? In her first episode, Sophie talked about Rob not knowing anything about her. The buddy with whom Sophie was speaking, Maya, was unaware of Sophie's sexual orientation. Sophie claimed that at the age of 5, she had her first romantic interest in a female. Although Sophie had always known, she chose to ignore it since dating guys was more convenient for her. Although Sophie stated she was there to make friends, Rob's friend Tori had seen Sophie on the dating app Bumble and told Rob about her. Even though Sophie got to know Soraya, she didn't feel a love connection to her. But on her very first episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, Sophie was in bed with a woman named Kay. After being allowed to dwell in Kay's home, Sophie was seen telling Kay that she was having the finest time ever. Kay welcomed Sophie into her home at any moment. Kay said to Sophie, "My home is your home." Kay was wrecking Rob's life, and he was referred to as the bane of his existence by him. Rob found it annoying that Kay was in Sophie's ear. Rob wondered, "Are you if this girl, like are y'all in a relationship?" After seeing it, Rob and Sophie had 2 months apart. Rob thought they wouldn't be able to sort everything out in 90 days. They had no idea where they stood in their partnership. Rob believed that the 90 days were more detrimental to their relationship than beneficial. Although they ought to have taken advantage of the 90-day period to work things out, Rob never would have imagined that he would get married and Sophie would not live with him during their first year of dating. For 2 months, Rob had not seen his wife. It sounded to him as though they weren't even married. Rob and Sophie from 90 Day Fiancé were said to have broken up and remained apart in 2023. However, a now-deleted Reddit post by Lemming Low claimed that they are getting back together in 2024. After looking through Rob and Sophie's Instagram accounts, the fan discovered a pink neon sign that was used as the background for both of their posts. When the couple got back together on Season 8 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, to talk about getting back together, Sophie said that they were going to keep trying and that their love was really strong. Sources: YouTube, 90 Day Fiancé, and u/lemiglow/Reddit. One of the numerous TLC spin-offs of 90 Day Fiancé is 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Viewers can follow some of the most well-liked couples from the first season of Happily Ever After. In addition to exploring any significant life events or problems they may be having, the companion series discloses whether the lovers chose to remain in their marriage.